Hello, and welcome to GSSI Training Academy series on the SIR 4000 control unit. My name is Jake, and I'm a technical trainer here at GSSI. Today I'm going to show you how to adjust your dielectric. By adjusting your dielectric, you're going to get a more accurate depth for the features you're interested in. The first tool I'm going to show you how to use is called the Hyperbola fitting tool. This can be used to get a great ballpark estimate of the dielectric of the material that you're scanning through. To use this feature, what we're first going to do is we are going to back up our cart until we are over a feature of interest here. Next, we are going to turn on our horizontal cursor by clicking in the cursor button. Then we can navigate our cursor up or down. I'm going to place the cursor's bullseye right over the top of the feature I'm interested in, right at the top of the hyperbola there. Next, in order to bring up the hyperbola fitting tool, I'm going to click on Output. Then I'm going to navigate up to Show Hyperbola. I'm going to click it on, and it's going to bring up this little hyperbola ghost here. I'm going to exit out of this menu. Now, what I want to do is I want to fit the tails of this hyperbola perfectly to the shape of the hyperbola here that I'm seeing in my data. To do so, I click on this dielectric button here near the bottom right. If I increase my dielectric, it is going to bring the tails inward, making a more narrow hyperbola. If I decrease my dielectric, it is going to widen the shape of the hyperbola. So I am going to increase my dielectric here a bit until I'm hugging this shape here. Okay, that looks pretty good now. So in this case, these tails are hugging the tails of the actual hyperbola I'm seeing in my data. Okay. Now I can press this button in to accept that value. So now my dielectric is going to be set to 11.2. To turn off this hyperbola tool, I now go to Output, Show Hyperbola, turn it off, and now my dielectric value will still be at 11.2. All right. The second way I can do it is by setting depth. To set my depth, I need to have a target at a known depth. If I have a target that's at a known depth, I can use the Set Depth feature. To do this, I am again going to back up over a feature of interest. I'm going to then turn on my horizontal cursor. In this case, I'm going to place it right in the center of this hyperbola where I see the first strongest peak. And down here on the bottom right, instead of it saying dielectric, it's going to say set depth now. If I click this button in, I can now change my depth to match what I know this target's depth is. So in this case, if I wanted to change it to 2.5 feet, I could. And if you notice, when I'm changing my depth, it's also changing my dielectric. So if I were to accept this, click in, now I have the depth changed here to 2.5. As you can see here at the top right, the cursor depth is now set to 2.5. That changed my scale as well. If I click on the cursor button and make it disappear, now it's going to show my dielectric as what it was set to, 10.1 when I set my depth there. The final way to adjust your dielectric is to go into the radar mode when you're in the preview screen here. We can navigate down to soil type, and we can then change our soil type. So let's say we are in wet soil. We can change it to wet soil, which is then going to change our dielectric value. If we wanted, instead of using these preset soil types, we could instead click into dielectric and change the soil type, the dielectric for the soil manually. All right, folks, and there you have it, the 3 ways of adjusting your dielectric using the SIR 4000 controller. I hope you found this video informative. Take care and have fun collecting. Any questions, you can email us at training@geophysical.com, or you can visit us on our website at www.geophysical.com. Thank you for watching.